Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Independent Nightly News. Sorry it's been a little while since I've been talking to you. There hasn't really been a lot going on lately. I mean, the best I got for you, man, is Bernie is up, right? Yang is quit. Biden looks lost, and Warren she's failing, but she's still trying to hold on with everything she has. There really hasn't been a whole lot going on lately. The DNC is kind of, I feel like, once again, not being fair to Bernie. And it looks like there's a good possibility that Bernie, I mean, they're trying to force him out. They don't want Bernie to run. They just don't want him. They'd rather have Trump than Bernie. So if that's the case, then Bernie must have to be bringing something to the table that these corporate elites don't like. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I wouldn't count out Bernie. I wouldn't count out anybody at this point. But the one thing that still remains is not one of these people is going to have any luck beating Trump. He's too big. He's too powerful. He's got too much momentum. He's done so many things for the country that the people that voted for him want him to do, that there's just no way that they're going to force him out. So right now, man, the only thing you've got is, I mean, Bloomberg could come online. I don't know, man. I can see this. My prediction for the future is that they're going to do as much as they can to make Trump look bad, regardless of if he's guilty of doing something wrong or not. Everything they're going to do is just going to throw at Trump. They're going to try to get anyone they can besides Trump, and which is dangerous, I think, because sometimes the devil that you know is better than the one that you don't. You know, if you understand how Trump works and what he's all about, then, you know, maybe you don't like him. Maybe he's a bad guy to you. But is he the worst? Could there be a worse president? Absolutely. I don't think he's the worst president. I don't think that Obama necessarily was the worst president. I think some of the stuff he did was some of the worst things you can do as president, but it's not the end of the world. But what these people want, I mean, they're tribes, man. They want their team to win. They just don't want the other team. And it has nothing to do with Trump's policies. You know, 90% of these policies that he's done, I mean, when you talk to people on the streets, you tell them they were Obama's policies, people are like, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. So as soon as they find out they're Trump's policies, they backtrack. So the real truth is the people on the streets out there, they know what Trump's about. It's going to be really hard trying to trick them into voting for someone besides him. And the ones that do, they're going to get a history book one of these days, and they're going to see what had happened. And with the way the news media is spinning things now with the elections during the primaries in New Hampshire and over in Iowa, it looks like the DNC was meddling in that election again. I mean, you talk about Russian interference. You need to look at what's going on in the DNC. There's interference going on a local level, on a much higher than local level, I'm certain. But that's about it for now, you guys. There's not a lot to report. As things happen, man, I'll keep stuff going on. It's been a couple days since I've been able to do my podcast. I'll keep it up. I'll get something rolling here pretty soon. Have something for you guys to listen to when you drive to the grocery store. So keep watching. Thanks for checking out Independent Nightly News. Have a good night.